Hi YouTube, thanks for joining me. I would come to you with a new video today. I'm going to be making a quilt. I was going to make this quilt in the year of 2020, but COVID hit. I have a group of friends that we meet once a month, but when COVID hit, we stopped meeting because of COVID. We didn't want to get each other sick. There's about 8 of us in the group, and we craft once a month. We get together, we do potluck. It's just really fun. They're my sisters in Christ. They're just my sisters, and I just really love them, and I missed them in 2020, but hopefully 2021 is going to be a much better year. It's New Year's Day, so I've been working on my project, and I didn't want to delay it any longer, so I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing in this year, and hopefully I can take you along on the journey and you can watch the project as it evolves. So I borrowed my friend's AccuQuilt. This is a die cutting system that cuts fabric. Thank you, Renee. And I'm going to be using it to cut some strips of fabric for the project, and I'll show you how I do that. So I've already cut my strips of fabric. I've cut them in 5-inch strips, and I've used a rotary cutter, and I also use a ruler, and I use this green rotary mat right here. Hopefully you can see it. So I'm just going to take my strips of fabric, I'm going to lay it on this die, and this die cuts 2.5-inch strips. So these are the 2.5-inch strips. I'm working on the white. Those are going to be, it's going to be a crossword puzzle quilt, and I'll show you what the quilt looks like in a minute. And so I'm just going to put the fabric onto the die, and then I'm going to put the mat on top, and then I'm going to roll it through the machine. It's New Year's Day. I'm still in my pajamas because it's just a kickback day. So hopefully you had a safe New Year. Hopefully your 2021 is going to be a lot better than what your 2020 was. And hopefully we'll see many adventures and projects from one another this year. So I'm just going to roll out the fabric. And sometimes it doesn't cut all the way through. So if it doesn't do that all the way at the end, then I just cut the last little bit off, because sometimes the fabric is longer than the blades. So hopefully I'm in frame, because I can't see what's going on with the camera. And then I'll just take these two and I'll throw those pieces away, and I will just line those up, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with those when I finish cutting the fabric. So then I have one more set. I have 3 yards of white fabric, and I cut them into 5-inch strips so they can fit right onto the die. Up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to put this back into the die. Hope you guys are having a really good day today, being just relaxing. So the die, you're supposed to just rub it and slide it off for the static. This is a really good machine. It cuts all kinds of fabric shapes. If you're a quilter, you might look into investing in one. I have 2 friends that have one. So I just borrowed one from, no, I think I have 3 friends that have one, because I think one of the girls in my group has one as well, but like I said, we didn't meet this year, so I don't remember if she has one or not. So now that I'm done cutting all my white strips, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take them, because I don't want to sew the pieces long like this. So what I'll do is I'll make them more manageable, and I'll take them and I will cut them apart, and then I will sew them together, two, and then I'll put those two together. So I'll sew like 8 strips together. That's the maximum I'll sew. So this is what the quilt is going to look like. It's going to be a crossword puzzle quilt. And so this is my master. And then this is a blank copy of when I lay it out, how it's going to look. So I always make a blank copy, and then I make a master copy. So all of the words are attributes of God. So this is a quilt that I designed. I think I designed it a couple of years ago, but I've made some other quilts. So I'm getting around to this one this year. So where the blue is for this one, it's going to be purple. So these are some of the purple strips that I've sewn together. I use this machine to cut my purple strips. I've cut my purple strips, and then I started sewing them together. This is 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this is 8, and I think this is 8, and I'm using just fabric out of my stash, so sometimes it's not as long, sometimes it is as long. So I'll press all this fabric, and then I'll start sub-cutting it into 2.5-inch strips. And then I will start piecing it together according to my master. And then I won't put the words on until I have the master together. Then I'm going to take my Cricut and I'm going to cut all the words out in glitter vinyl with my Cricut. So I hope that you'll join me in 2021. I'm hoping to get this project done. I'll come back and show you my next steps when I get some of the white ones sewn and some of the purple ones sub-cut into the next steps. Thank you for watching. God bless you, and you have an awesome and an amazing day.